Chapter 2 A Vacation Come True. Months went by and a new year began. Missions went by and it was soon early October. Bond and Double O Sleddy walked back into MI6 and their outer office belonging to Miss Moneypenny. Bond put his hand in front of Double O Sleddy for a minute. He reached into his suit and pulled out a small mask. "Perhaps the small trick will give us a treat," James said. "James, how childish are you?" Double O Sleddy questioned. Bond smiled and put the mask on. They entered the door, and Bond slowly crept up on Moneypenny. He then tapped her on the shoulder. She turned and threw a small pile of papers she was holding. "James, this is not like you." Bond laughed and removed the mask. "I wasn't quite sure about it either, Miss Moneypenny. MI6 wouldn't be the headquarters for Halloween activities now, would it?" "Why not?" the voice of a little girl said from behind Double O Sleddy and Bond. "Why, if it isn't Ruby Moneypenny, what are you doing here?" Double O Sleddy answered. "I'm taking her trick-or-treating. I thought I might get into some of your American traditions. In fact, James, you're more than welcome to join us. You and I can do a couple's costume."
"I think that might be a little too scary for some."
Moneypenny shook her head. "Oh, James, luckily for you, Em has agreed for you to take your vacation in New Hampshire once again." "Finally! Maybe you'll get to see some real fall foliage, James. You're going to love it." Moneypenny then went over to a filing cabinet and gave them 2 tickets to the state of New Hampshire, United States. "Enjoy yourselves, and bring me back a souvenir, why don't you?" "Well, all I can think of is maple syrup. You do use that over here, right?" Moneypenny and Bond both looked annoyingly at Double O Sleddy, and he just shrugged his shoulders. He then headed out the door, and Bond followed him, stopping to give Moneypenny a kiss on the cheek. While leaving the office, the spies bumped into M in the hallway.
Sir, we were just about to start our vacation."
"Yes, I hope the 2 of you enjoy yourselves. By the way, James, a moment." Bond walked over to M, and M put his arm around him. They walked away from Double O Sleddy for a couple minutes, and then they soon walked back.
"Understood, sir."
"Oh, and James, a small gift from Q for the both of you." M tossed 2 watches over to the spies. A smaller figure then came from around M. "New state-of-the-art watches. Mr. James, yours has a high-frequency alarm that stuns an entire group. Daniel, you have a poison dart watch. Press firmly on the face and the dial shoots out." "Many thanks, L," Double O Sleddy said. "Q also reminded me to tell you, James, to return the watch in pristine order, and for you, Daniel, not to break it." "How about I just use it to tell time, just to be safe?" Double O Sleddy suggested. "Yeah, no," L replied.
"Or I can just take it off his hands," Bond said.
"That's not going to happen either, Mr. James. Not with your reputation." The spies then left MI6.